Hey everyone, Billy D here from Home Park Leads, and we got something different for you today. Or I got something different for you today. First of all, this I'm working with that on that today. I'm just going to plow through, and so I got two things going on here. I got first of all, I guess I'll move this up. This is my you can hear my lab down here snoring down below, but you see here. This is my uh, 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 screenshot. I'm seeing this. You see this, and also see I'm in Mesa, Arizona. We won't be there long. We're going to move some other place. But here's the important part for right now. The important part right now is I talk all the time about how you need to be visible online. That is, your company, your concrete company, has to be found online. Makes sense, right? Well, uh, uh, what you're going to find is uh, you could pay a lot of money and still not be found online. And that's not going to be helpful at all, but it's truthful. Okay. That's what this is about. That's why I'm trying to get you on the first page of Google. So your phone starts ringing and money starts coming in so you can do better things for your family, so you can have a better future, so you don't have to lay in bed like I did. Before I got Google wired, I was laying in bed staring at the ceiling saying, how am I going to make payroll? How am I going to make ends meet? And I was literally robbing Peter to pay Paul. I don't mean I was robbing people, but you know what I mean. I had to choose which bills I was going to pay. That sucked. Quick little story. What I did is I got tired of it. So I sent myself to business college, basically. All right. And so I went out and bought every business book I could find, business and marketing and sales, and I read them and I figured them out. And then I realized, hey, you know what? I need a website. I didn't have a website. Now, I'm not trying to cut anybody down that doesn't have a website, but I didn't have a website. If you don't have one, you need one, like today. Okay. And that's why we give free websites away, so we want to get you started. Okay. But I didn't have a website. I was the Kevin Costner, Field of Dreams, School of Marketing. You saw the baseball movie, Build It and They Will Come. Well, that's where I was at, okay? And so then I realized I needed a website, and then I knew what to put on the website because I read all these marketing books. I really figured out, how to sell and how to do the marketing. But then what I needed to get is Google wired. So I studied Google. I studied Google a lot, and I got it wired. And I got my business on the first page of Google, and the phone started ringing, and then I started hiring more people. I'll stop right there. And so this is what I'm doing today is I'm going to show you, I don't want to call it a scam. I don't know what to call it. Scam is not the right word. It's just, it doesn't make me feel good. It probably doesn't make you feel good. So this is what I did. Okay. And I know this is off the reservation. Okay. This is what I did. I went and looked up some of the top marketing companies, concrete marketing companies, and you can find them. If you Google them, you'll find them. And it's not exactly who you think it is, because the very, I don't know, maybe the top one, I couldn't find samples of their work, which is understandable in some respects, because I did find samples of other ones, and these ones have they're pretty big up, and you'll know who they are. I'm not going to say anything else. I don't want to step on people's toes here, but I'm sure I am. But I'm not going to do it intentionally, even though if the shoe fits, what can I tell you? I'm mixing my metaphors here. But this is what I'm sort of getting at here, is I went to some of these popular concrete marketing companies, and I found some of the samples of their clients, basically. I said, okay, let's see how good they are at SEO. Because these people say, hey, we do SEO, we help you with your websites. Now, here's the kicker, all right? And here's what you got to really, really, really watch out for is, first of all, SEO is not easy. I'll be the first to say that. And we have a guarantee. We say, hey, we'll get you on the first page of Google within 30 days. That is 30 days after we get your website up and after we get it optimized and after we get it, make sure you got your GMB verified. 30 days after that time, we'll get you on the first page of Google or your money back. Now, that's pretty crazy because I don't think a lot of people could do that. And it's all relative. What I mean by that is I take a look at it, and there's some places we can't do that at because it's just too competitive. but 95% of the time we could do it. And I know we could do it. And that's the thing about the Google local. That's what you got to realize. It's a competition. Google's a competition. Getting on the first page of Google is you're not competing against Nike, you're not competing against these big companies or these big brands. You're competing against the concrete company down the street, the people in your area. So some places it's pretty competitive. I'm here to tell you right now. I'm not saying that Mesa, Arizona is, but I'm saying some places are pretty competitive as far as how hard it is to get on the first page of Google. I can tell you that right now. But most places, it's doable. It's completely doable. And if you want to be visible online, you need to be on the first page of Google. It's simple as that. So I'll scroll down here a little bit. But that's, I understand you're competing with your Yelps and your BBBs and all that, but there's only so many spots on the first page of Google, and Angie's List is one of them. Whatever. I'm not saying anything about these companies here. This is not what this is about. Okay. What this is about is getting your company, your concrete company, on the first page of Google so you're visible. And there's more to it than that, and it's not as easy as it sounds, but we're pretty good at it. I took my local service business from almost being bankrupt, being on the first page, and the phone ringing off the hook, and I did it at multiple locations, so I know how to do this. This is not something I can't do. I did it, all right, and I sold it for 7 figures, and now I'm helping other people. And so I know I could do it, and that's why we have the guarantee. But this is what I'm getting at. That's not what this is about. This is about helping you, and I want to help you here because you're going to see something that's eye-opening, okay? And so what I did was I went to some of these concrete companies that hold themselves out to be concrete marketing experts, concrete internet experts. And this is what I figured out is, and you have to make this choice. I'm not gonna say anything. You have to make the conclusion you want. Either they really suck at SEO, or they make their money off of pay-per-click, or they pay our ads, and these happen to be bad. Because this is the thing. If you hire a concrete company to do your marketing, and you get on the first page of Google, and your phone's ringing off the hook because you're on the first page of Google, and you're doing great on organic or map pack or whatever, and you're doing fantastic, you don't have to spend money on Google and Facebook ads, right? You don't have to spend $1,500 or $2,000 or more, plus what's called ad spend. You don't have to spend that kind of money if the phone's ringing off the hook. So I don't want to say it's not in their best interest to make sure you're on the first page of Google, but they lose money if you're on the first page of Google. So I don't know if they suck or they're just bad on purpose, or I don't know, but I do know I went to a handful of them, the ones I could find. I went to their website and found some of the people they hold out as their, I don't know, portfolio or samples, examples, and they put them on their website, and this is how they hold out. And they're not on the first page of Google. Sorry, they're not. Their SEO, that is search engine optimization, sucks. There's no other way to put it. I shouldn't say it sucks. That's not being fair, because there's not that many people that know how to do it well. Okay, now they're beautiful websites. They're gorgeous websites. They look nice. They look really, 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 really nice. If someone comes to you on a Facebook ad, or someone comes to you on a referral, what's the first thing you think they do? They Google you. They want to do a little research. You're spending $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 or more on your driveway or your patio or whatever. And so, in that kind of high ticket item, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to research you, right? That's what I would do. That's what you would do. That's what I did when I had home services done at my house. I mean, we put in a nice pool, we put in all this landscape, we do all this other stuff. And so you go out and I researched a little bit and saw what was out there. And I'm sure you do too. Or the roof repair or solar, when that happens, the garage door broke, that happens, first thing you do is you're on Google trying to figure out who you should hire, because that's what people do. And so generally we hire the people at the first page of Google. And if you're on the first page of Google and you're one of these top spots, then you research it. But if you go start off with a Facebook ad or one of those magazines you get at your house and it has all this stuff on it, look at those too. And so first thing you do is, oh, here's a company. I'm going to Google them. I'm going to figure out what they like. And so you go to their website, right? When you Google, you go to the website and you see the reviews. That's the two things you do, right? You see the reviews, you go to the website. So what I'm getting at is when you see someone on the Google ad, and before you call them up, you Google them and you see what their reviews are, and you look at their website and get an idea for them. And if they have a beautiful, very competent looking website, that helps. So I'm not suggesting it's a waste of money to get these beautiful websites these people are selling. It's just that they don't do what they say they're going to do. They say they're going to be good SEO. At least they say they're SEO. But let's just take a look at what we got. Okay, so this is where we're at right here. I got them over here. And so first thing I did, let me back up. And so I'm going to black out the names of this. I'm not going to say the names of these marketing companies. I'm going to block out the names of these companies. It's because, I'm not trying to cast aspersions of these people, because what I found is lo and behold, they're running Facebook ads. Surprise, right? Because it's easy to find people's Facebook ads. I'll show you how to do that if you'd like. But I found it, and they're running Facebook ads. Okay, so these companies are charging. I don't know. At least some of them don't have the price, but the one has a price. They're charging $500 a month for a website. Okay, we're a lot cheaper. In fact, we have a free website up to a little more than that, but it's less than your phone bill is going to be. Yeah, I'm just comparing this. We have the $97 plan, which is it's a free website, but we do hosting and we do a bunch of other stuff there for you, up to $249. And our $249 website will get you on the first page of Google, right? And our $199 will get you on the first page of Google website. The $249 surely will get you on the first page of Google. And so these guys are charging $500 a month, and really what they're charging is $1,500 a month or $2,000 a month, because they're selling Facebook ads, and that's how they're making their money. So let's take a quick look at this 1 second here. I'm looking over here, so I'm looking to the side. Bear with me a second. I have what's called, and I think you should get it too. I have the geo right here, geolocation changer. I think that everyone should get the geolocation changer. But it's right here, so that'll tell me. So whether I was just in Maryville, Tennessee, but tell you what, let's go to the next one. So we'll go. Shucks, where is it? 1 second. Where the heck are these people? So there they go. So this is one of them. Pennington County, South Dakota. There it is. Pennington County, South Dakota. It's not that big a spot. Maybe it is for them. I know, and I'm not trying to in any way cut down Pennington County, South Dakota. I'm not. I don't know how big it is, but it doesn't sound like it's used to. Okay, so then let's go ahead and put concrete contractor in and see. We're in Wall, South Dakota, wherever that is, but we put in Pennington County, South Dakota. All right, so then we look here to see if this company's there. Okay, and so they put them on the first page they put them on their portfolio as being one of their companies they kick butt, and they're not on the first page. And I'm not going to identify them when I get to them, but they're not on the second page. My gosh. Third page. Yeah, I'm going to stop looking. I don't see them on the third page. So they're not in the first 3 pages of Google for Pennington. And I'm not in any way trying to cut down Pennington. I don't even know where Pennington is. I'm not trying to cut it down at all. But I'm not trying in any way diss these people. But all I'm suggesting is they're not there. And so then let's say if we check the map pack, let's see if we find these folks. No. And so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this over, but sit tight 1 second. So this is their website, and it's not a bad looking website. It's a nice looking website. Okay. And so this is, and so we're going to block out the URL and block out the logo and their phone number. And so you can't really tell who they are. Okay. But, they're trying to rank obviously in Pennington County, but we went there, and this company is not there. Okay, and so you go through here, and it says the very first problem I tell you, and we need to shoot. I guess this is what I'll do. I'll do it one. If I'm scrolling through, it's going to be hard, but I'm going to show it right here. So we'll have to block this out right here because this is the name. But it says why choose us? Well, choose us. So this is a problem. Okay, remember I tell you guys this all the time. Okay, you got to do. So this is what you need to put is, first of all, your title tag right up here should be Pennington County Concrete Contractor. That's what it should be. That's what it should be about. And remember, I tell you, you start with the Google My Business category. That's where everything starts at. If you want to be number one on Google, that's where you start. And for a concrete contractor, that's what it is. There's 2 of them. There's masonry contractor, and I don't see that here, and there's concrete contractor. Well, they have stamped concrete patios. It should be concrete patios, concrete driveways, concrete walkways. That's what these guys, they want to be known for, is concrete. Okay, so their first page, first of all, the title tag should say Pennington County or wherever town they're at. And I won't even go into their town. By the way, I searched their town also, and I could not find them on the first page of Google, and I could not find them in the map pack, guys. Sorry, I couldn't. Okay, but just go with me here. Okay, so it should be up there, either their town or Pennington County, and it should say concrete contractor. And after that should be boom, 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 concrete or whatever it is, their name. At least they do have concrete in their URL, so at least it's not terrible. But and I understand. But anyway, that's the thing is this you should have right here. This is called a title tag. It doesn't have that. It says home. That's the worst thing. Home. What does that mean? Home. It shouldn't be there. Okay. I don't think home should be here either. I think this should be the logo. I think there's a lot of wasted space up here. Request an estimate. It does have a clickable phone number. I will give it that. But the problem is where I scroll down, it says why choose us. All right, your headers. Okay, your H1 has to be what you do and where you do it. So let me pause that a second. This is concrete contractor. That's correct. And it says serving Pennington County and surrounding areas. That's not terrible. All right. Okay. But that's the H1. After that, he's got H2s. Okay. So 1 second. This is his H2. Presumably this is his H3. Again, this is why choose us. Google doesn't know what that means. Okay. What you have to do is you have to give the indicators to Google. First of all, Google can't read. Let's start with that. But Google knows what indicators are. And so all your H headers, H1, H2, H3, they all have to be about 2 things on your homepage. What you do, concrete contractor, and where you do it. They could be variations of that. But why choose us? That means nothing to Google. Google doesn't know what to make of that. That's not going to help you get on the first page of Google. It says our reputation is solid as concrete. It's sort of a play on words, but it really doesn't say what they do. In fact, that's kind of ambiguous to Google. Google can't read. Google's not smart. This is always got to say concrete contractor, best rated concrete contractor, best reviewed. And we're going to get to that in a second. We're going to go through all that stuff, but that's what it needs to say. Okay, it doesn't say that. The next section says our services. No, no, no. You got to, again, all the headers got to be about what you do and where you do it. You're a concrete contractor, where you do it. You do it in whatever town you're in. You do it in the county you're in. I went to the town, by the way. It wasn't there either. We're going to go to that in a second, okay? But no, no, no. Then it has their portfolio, and these are wonderful pictures. They have assuming this is their work. They have wonderful, wonderful photography. Someone went out there and took some really good pictures. All right, and so if this is them, great job. Okay, if it's not them, they have great pictures. That's all I'm saying. So it's wonderful work. If that's what they're doing, great, wonderful for them. Okay, so the pictures themselves are fine. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so the header on this page, first of all, it says stamped concrete, right? It's got to say where you're at. So it's either got to be Pennington County or Rapid City, South Dakota, or wherever you're at. This is as Rapid City. Wherever you're at, stamped concrete, Rapid City stamped concrete. That's what this title's got to be. That's what the H1 is about. That's fine. And this is better. Elevate your property with stamped. This is about stamped concrete. But what I'm suggesting is it's got to be, every one of these got to be about that. And the next one says, how can we assist you? That doesn't help. This is going to have to black this out right here. It says rapid. Oops. I have to take that out too. But anyway, take this out. And it says, how can we assist you? And it goes through here. So that doesn't tell Google anything. It has to be about, I say something about stamped concrete there, and or about Rapid City or wherever you're from. Okay, that's what it all needs to be about. And so what I would also do here is I'd put on the footer, I'd put all your social media. They have one social media. I'd put all the social media. I'd put LinkedIn. I'd put Twitter, and then I'd put all the major directories, links to them on the bottom. Okay, this is all stuff that now it's going to link back to Google, and you're showing Google that you have all these votes of confidence. Okay, that's what you need here. And so there's a number of things that are wrong with this website, but it just doesn't work. And so let's take a look at that. Let's take the next look here. So this is we have this blocked out here, so you can't see this. But this is the GMB listing for the company we were just looking at, the one with the website, and they're paying $500 a month or whatever. And this is the craziest part, is they have no reviews. So disconnect. All right, they had all those pretty pictures on their website. So I'm presumably they've been in business for a while. They've had a business going for a while. Presumably they do. Okay, because they have Facebook ads going on. I'm going to show you that in a second. And they have that website, and it's not a bad looking website in some respects, but like I said, the SEO on it is terrible. Okay, but the point I'm making to you is they have no Google reviews. So why would you be running Facebook ads on a company with no Google reviews? Because the first thing they're going to do is they're going to Google you and see what your reviews are. So what a waste of money that is. So I tell people the very first thing you have to do is fix the holes in your bucket. So the very first thing you need to do is, once you get going with your business, is this what we get you going on, and that's what we tell you to do. You need to do this first. Before you start running Facebook ads and all that stuff, the very first thing you need to do is get your automations done. And that's what we do with automations, okay? And I got to believe they could do these automations too. I know anyone can. Well, if you come to us, we'll do them for you. But I say anyone can. That's everyone should. It's probably the better way to put it. So the point being is you want the auto call text back. So when people do call you, if you're in a standing in concrete or with a client or you know, up on the roof, your roof, this is for concrete. It could be any home contracting company. First thing you want to do is auto miss call text back, so you make sure you get that lead and don't lose the lead. Second thing you do is automate your Google reviews. That's what we do for you. Okay, and so the reason why you want that automated Google reviews is you want to start getting your reviews up, building your reviews up, building your reviews up, because that's what you're doing. We saw before when we first started this. I think where were we? Were we in? I don't know, whatever town we were in, and there's a lot of Google reviews. So that's the first thing you need to do is you need to get Google reviews, and they have no Google reviews. Why would you run Facebook ads before you got your Google reviews? It's not hard, and we automate that for you. And so boom, they should be coming up. It's not the number of the reviews you have, although that's important. It's the velocity of the Google reviews. So we oftentimes, let's suppose you're in a business, you're in a town where the top people have 50 reviews or 40 reviews. You can still compete with them with 10 reviews as long as you're getting 2 or 3 every week, 2 or 3 every week. And before you know it, you get 2 or 3 a week. And then over the course of 20 weeks, then you're caught up, right? Okay. But the philosophy, you get on the first page of Google right from the beginning, as long as you're starting to pick things up and get them in. And that's what we tell people to do first is get your automations, get your Google reviews, and then you should not be running Facebook ads until then, but here we sit, okay? So 1 second here, hold on. So this is the Facebook ad manager, okay? Facebook ads. So just put on Facebook ad library, boom, this pops up, okay? Not the ad manager, ad library, I'm sorry. All right, so then you go through here, you click this, you have all ads, and then I'm gonna block this out, but this is what you really need to put, I'm going to block this out so you can't see because I don't want these guys to come back and sue me. But or they're more likely is their marketing company that they're spending all this money on. But then we put this in, and then we'll block that out too. Go down, boom, boom. 1 second. Yeah, so we'll need to block this out, of course, so you can't see this. But there it is. This is their ads. So these guys are running ads on Facebook. So now it's been running 3 months. So they've been running an ad for 3 months without any Google reviews. That's crazy. And for 3 months, and their website's not on the first page of Google. First, I don't know what size town this is, but it ain't Dallas. It's not Miami. It's not Phoenix. It's not some of the big places, Los Angeles. It's not some of the big places we go and compete at. And it's not that hard. I mean, I shouldn't say it's not that hard. It's not. We're gifted. Okay, I did this for a long time, so it is that hard, I guess. Probably is. Okay, but it's not. If they just did what I'm telling you to do, just watch my videos. Did everything I'm telling you to do about the title tags, about the meta descriptions, about the headers, about the content, about all the stuff I'm telling people what to do, and all you're doing is giving the right indicators to Google, so you'll be on the first page. And I know it's not as easy as that because you have the off-page stuff. And I tell people to do, but if they did everything I tell people to do with your website, you'd get pretty close. Now, I realize I have some tricks up my sleeve that we do that other people don't do, but I don't think you need to do all that stuff to get on at least in most places. If you want to compete in Los Angeles and Dallas and Phoenix, yeah, you got to do what we're doing. I got that. If you really want to kick butt, yeah, you got to do what we're doing. But for this size town, no. Just doing what I'm telling you to do will get you there, okay? And so in any event, these guys have been running Facebook ads. So I blew it up a little bit. I don't want to show it all because again, I don't want to embarrass these guys. And they're really, it's not their fault, okay? But there it is. It's running on Facebook, Instagram, Audience Network. These guys are running some ads, man. These guys are spending some money on some ads, okay? And so there you have it. And so what can I tell you? Yeah, so this is a little more, shows you what the ad's about. Need concrete done now through April, save $250 off every project with even better discounts on larger projects. Our friend, yeah. And so it says there's 20 years experience. So 20 years experience, and you guys need to get some Google reviews. And so that's what I'm getting at here. And these are probably work pretty well for them. They're probably doing pretty well in these ads, but they could be doing better if they had the local SEO. They're paying $500 a month for not being on the first page of Google, which is kind of crazy to me. So I went to the geolocation changer again, and I put in Knoxville, Tennessee. That's where our next contestant's from, and which is a little bigger location. But again, I put it into Knoxville, Tennessee, put in concrete contractor, boom, and there it is right here. It's downtown Knoxville, and you scroll down. I'll tell you when I see this company, okay? So this is a company we're going to look at in a second, their website, but they're being touted as the sample client or sample website or whatever for one of these big concrete marketing companies. Best way to put it, okay? And so I'm going to scroll down and I'll let you know if and when I see it, okay? That's the name again. I had to go look at the name. I mean, there's a lot of these. This is your competition. This is you guys know this. This is why you guys got to get on the first page of Google, because if you're down here, it doesn't do you any good at all. Well, I shouldn't say it doesn't do you any good at all, because having a website does help, because when people get referred to you or you're running ads like these guys are doing, and then somebody goes out and finds you and they look at your website, you want to have a nice looking website. Okay, so a website helps you even if you're not on the first page of Google. I'm not suggesting it doesn't, because it surely does. And that's what I suggest you do, is you need to get a website. If you don't have a website, you really need a website. Okay, you need a nice professional looking website. Okay, this one's not as good as the last one as far as professionality goes, but it's not a bad website. But here I am. We're down here, third page of Google. Don't see it, don't see it, don't see it. And so no one's going to go that far down on Google to try to find you. I'm telling you. And so these people are trying to rank in Knoxville, and it ain't working for them. It ain't working for them. I think they're from a small little suburb outside of Knoxville, but they trying to rank in Knoxville, and it ain't working out for them. Okay? Here we are on their website. Okay, we're going to have to block this out, and block all this out. Turns out they do concrete and seal coating and asphalt. They do 3 different things. So since they do the asphalt, I don't know if they do more concrete or asphalt, but I would probably think about doing paving contractor. There's really 3 G&B categories you go with, but I would probably do paving contractor. It seems like paving is their main thing. But then watch this. I'm going to scroll down. First of all, they have nothing here about what they do or where they do it. That's not. So we've scrolled down, and we're going to block this out. But just have to promise me. Let me promise you that it's not about where they do it. This is the name of their company right here, and good for them. They do have asphalt and concrete in their name, so that is there, but it doesn't say where they do it. Okay, and so we have to block this out too here, guys. But that's the problem. That's exactly the problem. It doesn't say where they do it. It says what they do, sorta. It doesn't say asphalt contractor or concrete contractor. What it should say. Now you need to pick one, either asphalt contractor, a concrete contractor, and that's what this first page should be about. And that's it, folks. They have one header on the page, and they're paying presumably a lot of money to have this website. And so then let's go to their. So then they have their asphalt services, but that's not what it should be. Well, the first page should be about asphalt contractor if that's what they want to do. It seems like that's what they want to do first. But this should be about, it says driveways, parking lot roads. If this is really all the stuff they want to do, they should all really be thinking about doing service areas for each of these. And that's it. we'll definitely block all this out. But that's it. So and this is their concrete page, and this is not bad pictures, and this is them doing their concrete, and there's this nice concrete pictures here, and show them doing the concrete. I'm sure they do a great job on concrete. And this is probably a wonderful company. The last company is probably a wonderful company. I'm not suggesting they're not. It's just kind of crazy that these guys should have a better website. And just doing some of the things I'm telling you about, they could be competing in Knoxville, much less the little small town they're in, but they're not right now. So, okay, the good thing about this company, let's be honest with they have reviews. They have a number of reviews, okay? So their GMB listing is better. So they have reviews. But the problem is they're never going to be found on the first page of Google, and they're never going to get the calls they need because they don't have any of the indicators I'm talking about. And they're with one of these, again, this is not somebody who's picked off the internet. This is on the first page or our client page of one of these major concrete marketing websites. And they put this on there, and this is what they're showing you, and I got, really? Again, I'm not trying to cut these guys down. I'm just saying that I don't want to say, are they getting ripped off? Because this is probably what people do. This is probably not as nice as looking as website as what's out there, but this is the kind of stuff that you see out there all the time. This is the craziest thing, and that's what I'm trying to suggest to you guys, is if you're going to be spending this kind of money, I know it's expensive. This company doesn't even have their prices on there, and I got to believe they're a lot more expensive than we are, okay? And I know they are, all right? Because we're probably some of the lowest, but we're here to give you value. And I'm not sitting there just tooting my horn. This is not about, hey, hire us, although if you do hire us, you're going to get a lot better than all this stuff. You're going to get on the first page of Google or your money back. But that's not what this is about. This is about, hey, guys, you got to do all the things I'm telling you. You got to do all the indicators I'm telling you to get on the first page of Google. So, again, not cutting these guys down, not in any way slighting these guys, not in any way saying they're bad people, whatever, just that they could get more bang for their buck. And again, this is probably what's par for the course. This is what's out there. And that's the craziest part to me, is this is what's out there. So, hey, this is Billy with Home Park Leads. Thanks for watching. And what can I tell you, man? Oh, oops, I just woke my dog up. Hey, buddy. Let me tell you what else I want you to do, okay? This is what I want you to do. When you go home at night, I want you to kiss your wife or your husband and hug your kids and tell them you love them, because that's what really this is all about, okay? Don't make the mistake I did. Don't start expanding until you raise your prices. So the very first thing you need to do is get your demand up, and that's what your website does. You get a nice brand. Better than, I'm not trying to cut these guys down, but you get a really nice brand, get a nice website, and it justifies the prices that you're going to charge, and then you raise your prices up. The first thing you do, and sure, you're going to have less conversions. You're going to have less people that you actually turn into clients. Okay, I get all that, but you're going to raise your prices and get them up higher. So when you get your prices up, you're getting better money, you're getting better margins, better profits. And then, and only then, after you've raised your price, that's when you start opening up, hiring more people, open up more locations. That's when you start expanding, after you raise your prices. Because then you have the money. Then that's paying for the expansion. That's paying for your growth, because growth sucks money. And so you got to raise your prices before you start doing the growth. So anyway, that's what I did. I did that wrong, but I did build my company up, and then I figured out, hey, raise my prices, and boom. That's when things really, really clicked. And so I opened up one location and the next location. And that's what you have to do, and to keep opening up locations. And you could do that too, okay? And that's what I'm trying to get you to do. And so that's what all this is about. And all you got to do is, the first thing you got to do is figure out how to get this wired. And most people don't have the time and the effort and all that stuff. And I get that. So you don't have to put the 12 years in. I did. So I teach this for free as part of my program at Home Park Leads. So anyway, shameless plug there, but it's not really a plug. I don't want you to make mistakes, same mistakes I did, because it took me 12 years to figure all this stuff out before I sold my company for a lot of money. So anyway, it's up to you. I don't know what to call this. Are you getting ripped off? That sounds a little too much. It's just, are you getting your money's worth? Are you really getting your money's worth? That's really what this is about. Is, are you getting your money's worth? Is your website really pulling the way it should be pulling? And if you're hiring these guys, I don't know. Anyway, Billy D here, Home Park Leads. Thanks for watching.